Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, bookers. It's me, Nigel. We're in the conservatory and we're going to have a Salem's Lot related story time. Been on earlys this week. There's the girls, they've been out barking and everything like that. So let's get up to the loft and I'll start my story as we're going. So I work in the mortuary, I eviscerate bodies, take them to bits, the pathologist finds out how they died, and I put them back together again, wash them down, clean them up, let them go. Now, I've been doing that about, you've got to watch the ladder don't hit me right in the face. I've been doing that now for, let me just, hold on a second. So I've been doing that for now 18 years. Funeral director before that. Climbing bum before that. Worked down the sewers. I was Father Christmas one time, worst job in the world, because I fancied this girl who was one of the elves, but it wasn't worth it. So we're up in the loft. So my story is Stephen King, Salem's Lot. I first read this book. It was printed, published in, I'm reading it here, 1975. And the movie, 3-part movie adaptation come out in 1979. I was 13 then. And before my old man let me watch, because I'd read Dracula by then. I was into me vampires. Before he'd let me watch these 3-parters, he said I had to read the book. So he bought me this book, Stephen King, Salem's Lot. I'm doing this video, by the way, on request of, I've got his name wrote down here, Broomstick Zen 5177. His name's Pete. He's one of my subscribers. Thank you for commenting, Pete. I hope you enjoy this. So, I was only 13 when I first read this book, and I've read it nearly every year afterwards. I've demolished copies. So, picture the scenario. Working in the mortuary, you see the deceased come in, you check them over, you do all that. This is the copy I have now. Mine used to have a red cover on it, but that fell to bits, so I've got this one. So, when I first started working mortuary, we used to work nights, so there'd be only you in the mortuary, and you'd do all your computer work or everything, the cleaning and all like that. And then, depending how busy it is, because bodies used to come in at night as well, and you used to have to book them in. So you'd stop in the mortuary all night, and a funeral director would press a buzzer, there was an intercom and a camera, and you'd see who it was, let them in, book the body in. They always had a policeman with them, and put the book back up there. I'll put it in the right place. And you'd let them in, process the deceased, ready for the next day to be looked at by the other members of staff. So you're on your own in the mortuary all night. We had a bed sit connected to the mortuary, so after you've done your work, you lock the building up, You went into the little bed city kind thing. And there's a little walkway, creepy walkway to the thing. And this bed sit was really tiny and old, and it was a bit fucking grim. So I'm reading, because it was nights. I used to read and didn't sleep very well back then. So I'm reading at this time Stephen King, Salem's Lot. So I'm reading away, it gets to a bit where I think I just started it where little lad taps on window for his mate to let him in, because they've got to be let in, to his house so we could kill him. So I got there and I've been up, I think I'd done 3 or 4 nights on the trot, so I was pretty knackered, didn't sleep particularly well. I fell asleep with this book on my face, and I dreamt that the buzzer went, and it was this funeral director, ready. Copper stood next to him, brought you a body nice. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll get changed. I'll be with you. 5 minutes. Still asleep. I gets changed, goes, unlocks the mortuary, goes in it. As I'm walking along the corridor, the mortuary corridor, on the right-hand side, as you're walking down it, there is a row of fridges. Each fridge is, I don't know, 8 foot high, can hold 5 deceased on trays. And each fridge bank has got 3 of these doors with sets of 5 in. So I think we've got, like, along there, maybe 8 fridges. So there's a lot of deceased in there. So in my dream, I'm walking along, pay no attention. I hears this on the inside of the fridge door. That's a bit fucking odd. Gets hold at door handle, opens it, and there's this vampire jumped out at me. Well, I run down this corridor, vampire behind me, open the sliding door, vampire behind me, press the 2, we had 2 roller shutter doors. This vampire was kind enough to fucking let the doors go up. I runs out past this funeral director and out into the street at the clappers. No more. All of a sudden, the buzzer goes. So I'm like, wakes up, what's happening, book everywhere. Oh, just come out of this dream. I'm sweating like a shitting dog, you know. Oh. Presses intercom, same funeral director. Hey up, Nigel, let us in, I've got one for you. Yeah, all right, 5 minutes, I'll get changed, give me 5 minutes. I started to think, bloody hell, that's just a bit odd. Getting changed, walking, unlocks the building, walking down the corridor, I'm thinking, bloody hell, if there's any knocking on the fridges, I'm not even opening it, I tell you that. So, I walks down the corridor thinking, fucking hell. It's all quite dark, you've got to imagine, it's quite dark in the mortuary. What you do there, dead bodies everywhere, in the fridges, you're walking along on your own all night, reading Salem's Lot. He opens the shutters, this van backs in, there's this funeral director, and he said, and this copper, young copper, and he says, what's up, Nigel? You look right pale. So I recount this story to him. He's howling. Well, this young copper that was stood slightly under the canopy, there's an enclosed canopy, he was listening to me story, and he went, I'm not coming in there. Oh, well, why? He says, there's fucking vampires. I hate vampires. You've just seen vampires. I said, no. Anyway, shut them, let them go. I had to process this deceased, dress them, undress them, weigh them, measure them, get them in the fridges and all like that. I thought, I can't go back to bedsit. So we've got this little like office room on the side. I stopped in there all night by myself, having a bit of a titter, and I carried on reading Stephen King's Salem's Lot in the mortuary at Sheffield years and years ago. So that is my Stephen King Salem's Lot story time for you, Pete. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly like telling that story. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've all read this book, because it is one of his early ones. It's brilliant. And I remember as a kid reading it and then watching the 3-part with David Soul. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, there you go. Happy reading, happy story times. I'll see you on the next one.